What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be going over talking about each and every one of the new Game Changers cards added into College Football 25 Ultimate Team. We're also going to be talking about the update to where the auction house is at currently in game as well. Now, these cards were scheduled to go live at 4:30 Eastern time. They came out a little early. You guys can see exactly what these cards look like, what their pack odds are like, those types of things. Now, normally, again, I don't open packs. Now, whether you want to open packs or not is totally up to you. Also, of importance of note, the Valentine's Day rush is over as well. So could the market recoup? Maybe. But again, on the flip side of that, to me, is the fact that we did see an overall bump, which I just have a hard time seeing cards get cheaper with the overall bump being in the game today. But let's look at the Game Changers added into the game today. Talk about how good they are. Are they worth you guys picking up, or should you guys steer clear? Now, 95 overalls today should be cheap. Now, let's just look at Brady Wilson, for example. There's none in the game yet. Let's look at the card, though. 95 strength, good pass blocker, decent run blocker, fits the option scheme, better pass blocker than run blocker. But he's an immaculate card. And again, these other 94 Game Changers cards should go way down in price. I don't expect these 95s to be anything more than like 60-some thousand coins. Some might even be 40,000 coins. Brady Wilson is really solid. Then we see Braden Oz up next. Hybrid, strong safety, 6 feet tall, 95 speed, 93 acceleration. Coverage-wise, not great, but does have that 95 change of direction, which is solid. You combine the 95 change of direction with the 95 speed. Coverage-wise, coverage stats, again, aren't that great, but the card's not horrible, right? I mean, he is a fine strong safety of the game. Not my favorite strong safety, but if you're on that multiple D, could be a decent option for you. Jacob Manu up next, right outside linebacker from Arizona. Arizona's defense this year, yikes! 92 speed, 93 acceleration, 94 block shed is good. Good change of direction. Solid enough in zone coverage. Now, he's not going to get after the quarterback extremely well, but he is decently fast. Good acceleration, good block shed. Not my favorite outside linebacker, but is a guy that can play. Daniel Jackson up next. Deep threat wide receiver, 95 speed. Route running solid, 95 deep route running, good carrying, 93 change of direction. Ability-wise, this is what I'm really looking at. Only silver takeoff. Does get press pro as well as cutter on gold. Kind of expect that. Obviously, you wish the takeoff came on gold as well. Then we see Mike Alstott up next from Purdue. Fullback, air raid chemistry, 90 speed. Good catching. He's fine. The problem for me is he's a fullback. I don't really run fullbacks. I don't really like fullbacks. So it is really tough for me to hype the card up too much. Then we see quarterback Darian Mensah up next from Tulane. 94 speed. Good throw accuracy stats. Good carrying. Let's look at ability-wise what this card does get. Dot on silver, does get magician on gold, workhorse on silver, extender on gold. I mean, Mensah's fine. Do I love him? No, to me, he's just fine. Now, again, I'm not trying to hate on him. I'm just saying that's personally what I think about the card. We'll see what the throw accuracy looks like when it gets added to CFB Fan. See if he throws a tight sprout. He looks like a fine quarterback in the game. Now to the exciting part. We get 97 overalls that, again, are not LTDs. So Joe Alt, for example, 97 strength, great pass blocking, better run blocking, and he fits my spread scheme. Now, does get the ground and pound on gold. I don't know if I necessarily am going to use that, but Joe Alt is a beast of a left tackle. Fits that spread scheme. That's what I run right now. And so, again, I don't know price-wise what Joe Alt's going to look like, but he shouldn't be overpriced. Right now, 1.2 million coins is crazy for the card, but Joe Alt looks like a really good left tackle on this game, no doubt. Warren Sapp, defensive tackle, up next. It's high on him coming into today because he has decent speed acceleration, 96 block shed, gets after the quarterback, 94 change of direction, is insanely good for Warren Sapp. Combine that with the fact that you get duress on gold. I don't know if I love, that ability. I don't think it's probably worth it. Warren Sapp is really good on this game as well. Now, again, these cards probably will be decently expensive today, but as time goes on, it should go down in price. Ceedee Lamb up next. Route running, incredible. 97 speed, 97 change direction, good carrying, good spin, good juke. Does get 360 on gold. I don't really love that. Takeoff only on silver. Press Pro, cutter on gold. Ceedee Lamb is a really good wide receiver on this game. Price-wise, and this is just me, when I'm looking at like the top wide receivers in the game, eventually they're going to have to go down in price because we've got better and better wide receivers that continue to come out. Desmond Howard, Tavon Austin obviously aren't super expensive. Obviously, they've only got 96 speed, whereas a guy, let's say like Dakota's Crawford, has 97 speed. But I like Ceedee Lamb for what he is. Cards shouldn't be that expensive, in my opinion. Then we do see Joey Porter Jr. up next. Now, similar to Joey Porter Jr., we've got a lot of corners in the game that are extremely good, but I don't think there's that many that are as good as Joey Porter Jr. Now, that's just my opinion. Combine the 97 speed with the 95 acceleration, 94 change of direction, 97 man, 97 press. If you play a lot of press coverage, this card is going to be a beast. Gets that jammer on gold. And again, like I said, if you play that press coverage, good luck beating what Joey Porter Jr. can give you on the field. Obviously, again, Rondé Barber's good, L'Jarius Sneed in man coverage. Those are some of your best man cover corners in the game. But these 97 overalls are no joke. They are obviously incredible. And it's one of the main reasons that I just have a hard time like seeing the market, it's why I have a hard time seeing the market, not go down over the course of the next couple of weeks with this overall bump. I just think that, the market is not going to be able to stay high with as many good cards as we are getting into the game. Then we see our LTDs. Let's start off with Tyler Boyd from Pip. 97 speed. We knew that was coming. 98 catching. 98 short route running combined with good carrying, good spin, good juke. 96 change of directions. Fantastic as well. Takeoff on gold for Tyler Boyd. Am I overstating it by saying that Tyler Boyd's the best wide receiver in the game? Maybe, right? I might be overstating it, especially when John Ross is in the game. But there's not that many people that get takeoff on gold. Combine that with that spread scheme, which is what I run. He's probably my best wide receiver in the game. Important to note, for these LTDs, you can't change their scheme. So what they come with, they stay as. Tyler Boyd is an absolute stud, an absolute beast in the game. Stat-wise, not necessarily, but with that gold takeoff, obviously is impressive. Adrian Peterson up next. Last card I want to talk about today. 97 speed, 96 acceleration, 98 carrying, good change direction, good truck, great break tackle, good carrying, good spin, good juke. There's just no real flaws in AP at all. I wasn't sure about this card, but I do like his catching ability. I do like his ability, in the open field, especially with that trucking. Can get workhorse, shifty only on silver. Wish I was a little bit higher. But the card is good, no doubt. Downhill on gold obviously is pretty solid as well. So for AP, the card is an absolute beast. Best running back in the game. I probably wouldn't go that far, especially considering, we just saw a stud of a running back come out in the last drop with Emmitt Smith. Now, one thing I do want to talk about with Emmitt Smith is the fact that when you look at the card, they did update the speed of him. He now has that 97 speed. But some of the other things that were leaked on the card, I think it was like the change of direction in trucking, didn't get updated for Emmitt Smith. So I do think he is probably your best running back in the game. But everybody out there that is like, Ty, are you going to invest in Emmitt Smith? Like, no. We're seeing 98s overall now in the game. And sure, he might be the best running back in the game right now, but for how long? I don't know. And I think a lot of people are going to invest in him and then get just let down. Because again, as time goes on, better and better cards come out. I just don't see the pros in it. Now let's look at the updated auction house, where we are at right now. And this is going to be, something that now obviously we do know 98s are going to come in the game pretty frequent. So we should see these 96 and 97 overalls get relatively inexpensive. Like, I want to start with the quarterback position. There's a lot of different quarterbacks in the game. Some people advocate that Damon Williams Jr. is the best quarterback in the game. He's one of them. Does get some good abilities. I like Braylon Braxton, but the amount of good quarterbacks we have in the game is ridiculous. The running back position, it's the same thing. And I'd argue Caleb Johnson is nearly as good as any other running back right now in the game. And I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me on that, but as far as complete running backs, I'm telling you, I like Caleb Johnson literally as much as anybody else. And again, a lot of it's preference-based, but he is not super expensive either. You look at the wide receiver position. Take your pick. There's so many good wide receivers in the game. These cards are getting cheaper and cheaper, way more affordable. And even a guy like Nick Marsh, he's 86,000 coins, and he's got 96 speed, 96 deep route running. Sure, he might not have, some of the best abilities in the game, but the card is absolutely elite. And a lot of these things, like a lot of these guys, you can go and snipe Corey Coleman. Another card that is just an absolute stud of a wide receiver on this game is now under 200,000 coins. And so, you know, like obviously game changers cards like Braxton Miller would go way down in price. Guys like Evan Ingram, Rob Gronkowski today should go down in price with the new game changers drop. But there's a lot of really solid cards that you guys can pick up today that aren't super expensive because of this whole Game Changers program and obviously these cards being pulled. I don't want to say a lot today, but just a little extra today. So whether it's Noah Williams, whether you do want a guy, let's say, like the new Joey Porter Jr., I think is a stud. Obviously, price-wise, might be a little more expensive. There's a lot of guys today that are going to lose some value big time. Like even like I mentioned, Braxton Miller, Evan Ingram, you know, guys that we've seen in the past. Caleb Johnson should go down in price today. Gronkowski, if you want him, should go down in price today. So just some things to keep in the mind, keep in the back of your guys' minds today. Even a guy like Ed Reed, this Ed Reed, it looks like is 210,000 coins, which is crazy to me because like Ed Reed is an LTD, right? So you can always sell him for 175 and he's one of your better free safeties in the entire game. So I just want you guys to know and realize there's a lot of different opportunities for you guys to start building your team up if you do have that the coins just on deck. Like for me, I sold a lot of my team. I have a bunch of coins on deck, and I'm gonna be pretty patient when it comes down to building my squad back up again. But I'm excited to do it, right? I sold a lot of my cards, and I'm excited to eventually build my squad back up when the time does, when the time is right. But auction house is going to continue to go down. We're going to see content tomorrow. We're going to see, obviously, Rewind Thursday, content Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I just continue to expect the market to crash. So any chance you have to stack up on coins, I would try to do so. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you are new. And as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.